And let's talk about, the disease of comparison, which, by the way, I am not immune. I need to own my shit and tell you I do that. It's something that I have to work on. I talk about what I usually have to work on, just so you know. And the thing is that, social media will really give you a need to compare, it seems, or an urge or an instinct to compare yourself. And just for pre-social media, it was, I think it exacerbates it with social media, because we're seeing everybody's, progress, and we're seeing everybody's, false image, shall we say. But, and I'm sure people compare themselves to me or whatever it may be. Whatever it is, we do that. The ego is driven to duality concepts: less than, more than, better than, is there enough? Do I have enough? Am I enough? I'm not enough. All of these not important, but really, really searing thoughts in our brain. And they tend to, I don't know for you, but for me, if I don't work on them, if I don't troubleshoot them. And when I say troubleshoot, by the way, people have heard me say troubleshoot. What do I mean by troubleshooting? Because people have said, what do you mean by troubleshooting? Here's what I mean. Troubleshooting means you are looking at the scary thought and the scary concept squarely in the eye. You are not going away from it, and you've got a pen in hand and a paper in hand, and you are writing what your insights are. You're facing your fears. See, the key to everything, the key to neutralizing just anything at all, is to have the ability to withstand pain and fear. Because the only way you're going to develop courage is if you can actually tolerate and metabolize discomfort. And discomfort, I mean, people in my office, they start to yawn and get really sort of because this becomes a little too close. And so the body starts to shut down a little. That's okay. Yawn through it, stretch through it, cry through it, open, whatever it is, but keep looking at it. Don't let it just bypass. Don't numb it out, as I say in my books. Don't numb out stuff. This whole notion of self-esteem descent, plummeting self-esteem, usually is because there's this false thought that your journey is not as progressive as the next person. Or, and I mean, this can happen when you're really successful. It doesn't matter. I mean, here I am, I've published 2 books, I've done, all these great things. And imagine, at the time that I most was plagued with comparison thoughts was I had just published my 2nd book. Very busy practice, really successful, in terms of many people's standards. But for me, I went into